Hey guys, I wanted to do an update on my ranunculus and all my seedlings down here in the basement. I started these ranunculus 2 weeks ago. I'm doing the pre-sprouting method and they're just starting to pop up in the tray. There is a little bit of mold going on, but before this the trays were drying out so much that I wasn't giving them enough water, and now I am making sure to water these trays every 3 days to keep the soil moist, and that seems like it's really helping with the growth of these corms. So I just try to make sure it doesn't get too damp. And my plan is to plant these out around April 1st. We are in zone 6A in New Jersey. It's north central New Jersey. And we have nights that are dipping low in the low 20s still, like below 25 degrees for the next 2 weeks. So it's just not warm enough to put these out into the garden yet. I did buy frost cloth, and I'm thinking about getting some hoops and putting them out, maybe the last week of March, but I have to check the weather. Ranunculus can handle degrees down to 28 degrees Fahrenheit, but anything below that, I'm worried I'll risk losing these. So it's just not warm enough right now. But I am excited about the progress, and like this one looks huge. I noticed the whites and the pinks are really large, and these are what the roots look like. So I'm just trying to check these every few days, make sure they're not drying out too much, make sure they're not getting too moist, and that's the status on that. And then in this tray over here, there's some QIS pink gomphrena along with some ageratum, and I started I planted out a little bit of I have some Mrs. Burns lemon basil and some lime basil. I planted a tiny bit of that as well in here, but I am keeping the cover on for another few days until everything germinates. Then in this tray, these tall plants here are soapwort. These ones in the front here are ami, and I planted the green ami as well as the white ami. And there's some more ami in the back there. And then in the very far back is blue plurum. And then over here there's a bunch of status. The germination rate wasn't so great on the status, so I may try to plant another bunch of status. In the middle, that is Rudbeckia. That's the Indian summer Rudbeckia. And then in the back is more lace flower. I think that's the white ami in the back. Over in this tray, I have a lot of snapdragons. This is the rocket mix. And what I am going to do in the next, probably in another week, I am going to try to allow for branching, and I'm going to be snipping off just a couple leaves off the top and then rooting them in rooting hormone. I have also read that you can root your tops in just plain water, but I'm going to try to use the rooting hormone so I can double my supply of snapdragon, so I'll show you guys that. Over here I have a lot of bupleurum in the front, and then this is feverfew, and then in the far back is more Rudbeckia. That one is prairie sun. Over here is more snapdragons, and then there's a little bit of lace. The lacy plant in the back is Orlea, and then there's a little bit of soapwort as well. And when I say soapwort, I mean like the tall soapwort, not the low-growing soapwort. And then over here, I really want to get this planted soon. This over here is the kiwi blue cerinthe. And I'm not sure what the white spots are all about, but it is overall looking pretty healthy. So yeah, I would love to get these cold hardy annuals out into the ground, hopefully by April 1st. We'll just have to see what the weather's like. Normally I don't plant anything out until May 1st, but these are cold tolerant. But again, we have to just see what the temperatures are looking like. So I might do one more planting of a few more of these cold hardy annuals and maybe some status. And then what I'm excited to see the progression of the ranunculus, and I'll keep showing you guys that. All right, have a great weekend, everyone.